Alrighty, boob tubes, another one of Keeps Creeps. Now, we've woke up this morning feeling fine to find out Michael Gove, one man, one singer, one song, one fucking Thunderbird. Michael Gove can now he's the emperor. He decides what's extreme and what's not extreme. So, I just caught this for this lovely looking slimy cunt. It's going to fuck up on me, innit? It's going to fuck up on me. Going to fuck up. Going to fuck up. It's going to catch up. Illuminati. It's the Illuminati. It's not allowing me to rewind to that bit.
It's been slowed down and weighed down by the weight of complexity of the issue itself, because drawing a line across some of these issues has just proved so hard, and that's why it got bogged down in government internal committees and with government lawyers as they realise they're doing something pretty unprecedented. Is this a get out of jail free card? No, I think in some ways it's had a bit of a nightmare having it this week, because people will ask questions about extremism in relation to recent Tory embarrassment, in relation to comments by people like now former Tory MP Lee Anderson. I think in many ways it couldn't come at a worse time.
Also, Sam, I spoke to government independent advisor Lord Walmey earlier on, who hadn't been spoken to about.
Let's see if it'll allow me to pause it. Because we've got Gove there coming out and releasing the statement. One singer, one song. Welcome to democraSCAM, you all. Gove is elected to Parliament, but he's not elected to be dictator of what is extreme and what's not. Where's the democracy? Where's the vote? Where's the voice of the people? Under my dictatorship, there would be direct democracy. You would vote for your mobile phone and your fingerprint. Illuminati, baby. And people would get asked yay or nay, and the yays would have it. And I wouldn't even be that old-fashioned. I would say yes or no, motherfucker. Welcome to 2024.
The government about this had fed in, and his aspiration was that this advisory, because it's not legislation, is it? People can't be held to account because of this, other than by the government. But his aspiration was this was going to exist whoever forms the next government. Do you think the way the government's gone about this will help it exist beyond the next election?
I think because the judge, jury and execution of who is an extremist is sort of held by, the hands of politicians. I think very much yes. My understanding talking to Labour is that they will probably broadly welcome the sort of big idea, even if they are cautious about the detail. Look, some in the Labour Party see this quite bluntly as a bear trap.
And we all know this from history.
There is a fear,
what are
and
the
this is
best
a fear
people
that's been
in
expressed to
history,
me incredibly by people in government as well as people in the Labour Party. There is a fear that one of the political motivations, the narrow electoral political motivations for doing what's going on at the moment is to embarrass
they
Labour,
have a problem with this shit?
Because there'll be names on that list that they can point to that have individuals that have meetings with members of the shadow cabinet or Labour figures in
the Conservative Party lays all
or
the
other
rules and
people associated with the
regulations.
opposition, and that will generate a sort of cycle of bad news stories for the opposition. And as I say, there are some in Labour who think that is kind of the ultimate point of doing what is a big but curious exercise at this time.
Framework's already in.
And I think that there is some nervousness around that, but there is also a sense of opportunity around this subject, which bluntly is the vibe that you got when Rishi Sunak stood on the steps of Downing Street to make extremism a political kind of point. And it was after that election of George Galloway that he decided to make his first intervention with a podium outside Number 10 since becoming Prime Minister. He did that for political reasons as well as because he thinks that, bluntly, George Galloway holds views that he finds unpalatable. And so there is electoral advantage, I think, bluntly, George Galloway holds views that he finds unpalatable. And so there is electoral advantage, I think, for some in the Tories at pursuing this sort of punching the bruise of the Labour Party in relation to certain voter groups. But the problem is that the Tories themselves have their own...
Right. Count how many... Like, here's a drinking game for you, right, that will get you smashed every time he goes, You need to fucking drink.
Problems when it comes to accusations of Islamophobia, accusations of effectively racism. That's what we had with the Tory data this week. And that's why we come back to the fundamental point. We've got politicians trying to definitively determine who is and isn't an extremist, when often those judgments are, you know, very fine. They depend on the context. It's not about actions. It's about trying to interrogate people's thoughts, and that is extreme. That is extraordinary. They're sort of trying
that
to.
That is extreme. You're fucking right, mate. You're right. It is extreme. Fraudulent slip and a half. The government are acting extreme. 1984-esque. We'll tell you what's extreme and what we can do to what we deem to be extremists, but at the same time, while we're putting in the framework to deport people out this country who we deem to be X, Y, or Z, and nobody can see the shitstorm or the deliberate fucking framework that's getting put in place for some sort of an authoritarian fucking new political party fucking 4, 5, 15 years down the line. I think it's scary, man. That's reality. So somebody comes into power and they change the Rwanda legislation a wee bit to open up the. It's illegal immigrants in it. So if you get anybody who you claim to be radical and just like somehow frame them as an illegal immigrant, or change the legislation to include radical people, extremists, sorry, and illegal immigrants, and we can deport them to some fucking shithole in Africa, depending on how extreme the government deems them to be. I'm holding my own election away for that shithole, so I'm trying to usurp their democraSCAM, because it's a load of shite. So boom shakalaka, I'm straight on the list.
As it were, have a definitive, definite.
What is it with these people? Are they all on the gear? Can none of them actually fucking breathe through their motherfucking nose? Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. And you can make up your own mind. Let me see, where was this guy? So Gove is the one man, one singer, one song. What he says, what he goes, what is extreme, what isn't extreme. He decides. That's democraSCAM. Get it? Got it. Good. Get cheese, no cats or cheese. We're harmed in the filming, baby.
Clips. And remember, citizens, always subscribe. Hit the notification bell as well. And $19.95 plus shipping and handling will keep you out of hell.